Let me ask you a question that might make you uncomfortable, but could also change your life. If everything you have was stripped away, your money, your title, your influence, your followers, who would you still be? Because whether we realize it or not, every one of us defines our status somewhere. The only question is this: is it defined by the world, or is it defined by God? We live in a culture that is constantly measuring us. How much money we have in the bank, what position we hold, what our job title says, who knows our name, how many followers we have, or how many friends surround us. And if we're honest, we don't just observe these measurements, we internalize them. We begin to believe that our worth is connected to our success, our influence, or our visibility. It's like living your entire life with an invisible scoreboard hanging over your head. No matter how high the numbers climb, the game never ends. There's always someone doing better, always someone with more, always another level to chase. But Scripture tells us not to conform to the patterns of this world, and instead to be transformed by the renewing of our minds, so that we can understand what truly matters to God. So let me ask you something honestly. If your achievements disappeared tomorrow, would your identity disappear with them? I can speak from personal experience here. I've measured my worth by money. I've measured it by position. I've measured it by influence. And if I'm being honest, it fed my pride. It made me feel important, validated, respected. But then God led me through a valley. And valleys have a way of stripping away what you thought mattered, so you can finally see what actually does. Through that season, I came to a realization that changed everything for me. My status was never meant to be defined by what I've built. It was meant to be defined by whether I am faithfully walking in God's plan. The Bible reminds us that when we stop conforming to the world's expectations and allow God to transform us, everything about how we see ourselves begins to change. The transformation I've experienced taught me this truth: God is all that truly matters. Who I am is rooted in Him. What I do finds its purpose in Him. And my life has meaning not just for me, but for those around me, and ultimately for the world as a whole. So take a moment and reflect. What has God been quietly removing from your life? Not to punish you, but to realign you. God defines success very differently than the world does. His definition isn't flashy. It doesn't trend. It doesn't always come with applause, but it lasts. The world celebrates trophies. God celebrates obedience. The world measures outcomes. God measures faithfulness. I've learned that my true status is found in this simple question: am I doing my part in God's plan? Am I growing closer to Him? Am I helping others gain a deeper understanding of who He is? Because when your life is anchored in God, you don't rise and fall with circumstances. You remain steady, even when everything around you shifts. So ask yourself this: if God alone evaluated your life, not culture, not your peers, not social media, how would your definition of success change? Let me pause here, because some of you are feeling this deeply. You've been chasing approval, security, worth, and you're tired. Here's the good news. God never asked you to earn your status. Jesus already secured it. Through His life, His sacrifice, and His resurrection, He made a way for you to be fully known, fully forgiven, and fully loved. If you've never trusted Jesus with your life, or if you've drifted away, this can be your moment. You can simply say, "Jesus, I trust you. I give you my life." And when you do, everything begins to change. The world will always measure your value by what you have. God measures your life by who you trust and who you are becoming. So today, choose to define your status not by the standards of the world, but by your faithfulness to God. If this message caused you to reflect, I encourage you to respond. Consider where you've been placing your status. Consider where you've been measuring success. And if this spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it too.